Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend, Mr. Stephen Dow. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing awesome, man. We're gonna repeat a video that we've done before. Talk about calculating the blended rate. The reason we're gonna do this because at the end of video number one, I let everybody know that your 50-40-10 is going to be the only thing I use. It's either going to be 90% seller financing, or it's going to be 50-40-10, your combined loan to value product, which allows me to put 10% down and get a blended interest rate as of today, sub 5%. I want to say
Right.
that again. I am going to get 90% leverage with
Right.
sub 5% combined, or what I call blended rate. And we're going to show you the math. But before we do that, we've got to do the velocity marketing thing so I don't get in trouble.
Thank you. Although I work very happily for Velocity Morris Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, that of my own. So let's get it going again.
Awesome. So again, folks, the environment that we're going into with rates for investors getting in the 8s, 9s, 10s, whatever they are, it's not fun. It's going to cause a lot of transactions to crash. And if you only buy one way and you're not creative, it's going to be very hard to do deals. But when you're creative, when you follow one rental at a time, or you learn creative financing, and you have a Swiss Army knife like Velocity Mortgage and Mr. Dow here, you can do some amazing things. So why don't you just talk about all the loans you've been doing 50-40-10, and then we'll bring up the blended rate because it's so powerful.
Sure. Again, I mean, shout out to, I don't know if we want to keep saying Matt, but yeah, one of your amigos.
He got a deal done that way. It was the only answer. It's the only way he could get that deal done. So
100%. I mean, given the circumstances, and it all
the
kind of
only
fit
option.
in. Yeah. I mean, there were other little kind of extra hair steps where, due to the creativeness and Steve's influence, we're able to pivot a little bit also to improve even the situation. But with that being said, it is 100% a powerful tool. There's been situations where it couldn't work out any other way other than to do that. Otherwise, it wouldn't cash flow because of different circumstances. Okay, credit thought, we thought the credit score was higher, so now the FICO came in lower, so now your rates went up a little bit on your first. Well, then now we had to adjust that loan and did a little bit lower LTV on the first. The seller took a little bit more on the second, and it all worked out. So that, in addition to just being able to have that option of getting 90% leverage right now in this environment and getting a blended rate sometimes in the sub fives, because again, I'm seeing mainly 1% interest only 10-year balloon. That's the majority of the ones I've done so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. So folks, don't send me an email or a message asking for this spreadsheet. I'm going to go through the math, super simple, so you can recreate it all by yourself. It's like 10 cells. So let me bring it up so we can do this together. All right. So you see this, Steve?
Yes.
All right. So let's just let's clean this up. I built this really quick, so let's just make this a little smaller. Okay. All right. There we go. So again, the beauty of this and what I'm talking about is I am willing to pay the seller's price. In this example, it's $1 million. Right? In today's world, if you're not creative, in order to make this deal work, you've got to beat up the seller and probably buy it for 700. Right? You've got to get a huge discount, which if you can, good for you. Go get your deal. I know a lot of sellers are latched on the price, and unless you give them their price or something very close, they're not doing the deal. This is why the Swiss Army knife of the 90% combined loan to value is so magical. I can pay their price and I can get an interest rate, a blended interest rate, sub 5%. Here is the math. I am not sending this spreadsheet. Folks, you can copy this yourself. So again, asking price, I'm paying asking price. So first, I have to bring 10% to the table, right? This is the 50-40-10. 10% of this is cash. This is my money in this example. Next, 50% is a first with Velocity Mortgage in this example. The other 40% in this example is seller or owner financing, right? So 50, 40, 10. Everybody with me so far? Steve, you good?
Oh yeah, I can do this with my eyes closed.
That's because you're a
I was gonna
professional.
crack a joke. But yeah, it might not be for your right audience.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So next, obviously the 10% down, I don't pay any interest on because that's cash.
Uh-huh.
As of today, folks, again, reach out to Steve, get the rates, get your situation. Rates can change. This would be my rate as of March 14th, or not March 14th, October. Why am I messing up the dates? October 14th.
Coffee,
Yeah,
buddy,
dude,
coffee.
I need another one. So again, as of today, if we were going to do this, I would get 7 3/4. And then I would only do this deal if I can get a 1% seller second. So what you need to do, again, this is the math, folks, is you need to calculate what percentage the first is of the total debt. So while the first is 50% of the purchase, it is 56% of the debt. Does this make sense,
Yes.
Steve? So
Yes,
again,
of course. No, I get it. Yeah.
it's 56% of the debt. The 40 is 44% of the debt, hence 100. So again, this confuses people. So let's try this one more time. The purchase price is $1 million. 10% of that is cash from me to the seller. 50% or 56% of the debt is velocity because you're 50% of purchase, but you're 56% of debt. The seller is 400 grand, 40% of purchase or 44% of debt. Now, this is how you get a blended rate, folks. You take 56%, which is of the debt, and you times it by the cost of debt, which is 7.75, which means that rate is 4.31%, right? That is the debt cost, 56% of this. Then what you do is you take 44% of 1% and you get it here. Then it's just simple addition. In this example, I am getting 90% leverage for a blended rate of sub 5%. I win, you lose. How do you like me now?
I understood when we were talking about it. You know what I mean? When we were
You
like,
could do the
boom, boom,
math in
boom.
your head. Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, to some extent, just been doing this so long. So
Yeah.
I was getting it when you and I were talking about. So it was easy to kind of pick up what you were putting down. But in some cases, you just have to kind of explain it to people because conceptually, it's hard to understand because we're saying certain rates, but then they're seeing something else. I'm like, wait, how are you coming up with that? So that's easy for me to understand. And I think once people maybe can see this little chart, I think it should help. But I mean, it's such a powerful tool right now because where can you get this? 90% leverage at that blend rate. Obviously, you still got to negotiate that 1% with the seller, but it's definitely happening. I'm doing multiple deals with that type of setup where the seller is willing to take that.
Let's see how I built the spreadsheet. See if this works. And let's just say you only got 2%. Let's just see what happens. Oh,
right.
now you're paying 5.19% blended rate. Let's say you got 3%.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now you're
5.64.
You're still sub 6.
Yeah. At
Yeah,
90% stated
yeah,
income.
that's just nuts. It's just crazy. So again, folks, this is obviously not going to work for every seller. I'm not saying it is, but what I am
Right.
saying is if you go out and look for sellers with equity, you can go to them and say, or go to the listing agent and say, hey,
Right.
like again, in this example, $1 million. Hey, it's been 90 days. It's been on the market forever. I can offer you $675,000 cash, or I can give you $1 million, but the seller's got to take back 40. Let's talk about that. Lower taxes, less headaches, secure position, blah. The standard talk track. Dude, people are getting 1% loans. You
No, I
get a
know.
blend 90 again. I want to say it again. 90% leverage, sub 5. I win. It's just awesome.
Well, you can even improve that where if the lender's willing to take even more, do it like a 40,
Let's try
a
that.
40, 50, 10 or something like that. Because I recently closed a 42, 48, 10.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
So again, so let's take this back to
Let's
1%.
see how much you win there. So same rate, but then now loan amounts at,
So this is so we're flipping these.
do the other way around. So the loan I'm doing is 400,000. He's carrying me a $500,000. Yep. See what you get there.
500. Oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. 4%. Come on. I win, you lose. Let's go. I love the 90% combined loan to value. These are all
Right.
I'm either going to get 90% seller financing
Uh-huh.
or I'm going to do 50, 40, 10s. Or shoot, I might
Right.
even try 40, 50, 10s at this rate. Damn, a
Right.
4% interest rate? Come on.
Right. Well, the blended rate, yeah. So again, it's just all on how you structure it. If you understand the concept, and if you could kind of, tweak the numbers to make it make sense for both, because again, you're going to give him close to the price that he wants, get him off of market, stop the pain. You're going to get a property that should cash flow if you're doing your homework from day one at 90% leverage. I mean, yep.
Again, it won't work for everyone. I don't want to hear all the negative Nancy's out there. Do the
Right.
work,
I know.
find the
I know.
creative
I'm
deals,
already,
blah, blah, blah. Do the work, do
but
the
I'm already
work.
funding them.
Yeah, exactly. All
It's
right, man.
okay,
So,
but those guys will never fund, so that's okay.
yeah, it's all right. They don't, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Life's hard. Do the work. So I
Yep.
know there's a lot of one rent to find time students that will do the work. They're going to,
Yep.
this could very easily be the most popular loan product my students do for the next year. Who wants to pay
Maybe.
9%? All right. Or whatever it is.
Right.
Let's go get creative. Let's find the seller. Let's give the sellers their price, but we get our terms.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
really what it comes down to. So
how do people reach out to you if they want to get one of these started?
email again, SDAO at velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please just put the acronym ORAAT, which stands for one rental at a time. In the body of the email, maybe brief description, what you're looking to do. The address would be great. Seeding state, maybe where you're looking to invest in, just to make sure we lend there. And then mid-FICO score would also be helpful. And of course, your best phone number to reach you at. And within 24, 48 hours, typically, I'll be in touch.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.